What's up, guys? Jeremy Clark here, aka Mr. 66 USA on Twitter, and I'm coming to you from the Crypto Cartel Discord group hosted by the capo himself at Crypto Luke XRP. And I just wanted to do a quick demo of the Mountain Pass strategy on Bitcoin, how I would trade that. I just stumbled across it. I was looking for an entry on maybe Phantom, and I like to watch Bitcoin when I trade Phantom, and I ran across this little Mountain Pass right at support, and you can see, let me blow it up for you here. This is on, I believe this is on the 1 minute chart. Yeah. Okay, so 1 minute chart, you can see price came down and tested this lower level. This is a previous support level, which is matching up nicely with the green lower VWAP band. That's the second band. I'm using the double VWAP on this. And price came down and touched this previous level of support here. Now this blue box is a previous demand zone. And I'll scroll back and see if we can find that for you. Scrolling back. I'm going to switch this to a higher time frame just so we can get back sooner. Okay, there it is. So, lost my arrow. That's all right. Let's see. There's my arrow. See if we can stretch that out a little bit. Okay, so going back to this previous day here, this would be the July 17th. I had this marked as a demand zone where price bounced off. You can see it broke out here and then it came back and retested it. So I'd marked this as a demand zone. And this came into play all the way back here today. Same exact zone, same exact levels. And so that caught my attention. And then let's go back down to the 1 minute here. And I'll just grab another arrow. Can never have too many red arrows, I guess. Okay, so here you go. I noticed, first of all, price touchdown, and we got this ending volume climax right here. That's an indication that a reversal is imminent, and it was inside this previous demand zone. So that gave me a good indication that price might reverse, and we got this little double bottom here, which we call a mountain pass. And the reason we call it a mountain pass is because usually what I'm looking for is the first hill, if you will, should be slightly lower than the second. So you can see the first one's lower, second one's higher. Sometimes you get an Adam and Eve. Sometimes in this case looks like an Eve and an Adam. Anyway, you get kind of a running double bottom, meaning the second leg of the double bottom is a little higher, and that's a good indication of a reversal. Okay, so if I was going to enter this trade, the first place where I would put my stop loss would be below the second little hill right here. So the first one is kind of triggers piques your interest. Second one confirms. And so then if I was going to enter, I'd look for a retest. In this case, we got a little bit of a fair value gap on the 1 minute. So I would probably think of that as a demand zone. And I'd look for price to retest that, which we got. And then again, I would keep my stop loss below. In this case, I would probably move it to just below the retest. And as you can see, that held. So the next retest was here. So just to kind of clarify, I might enter there. Another option for entry would be on a retest of the VWAP line. So if we break the VWAP lower deviation and come back to it on a strong candle, you can see right there. So that might be a second option for an entry. I'm just going to turn these green because that's how I trade. So these are potential entries. And this is my stop loss here. Okay, and you can see that price took off. Now my first target is going to be VWAP, and as you can see, we went right up to VWAP, just above it, and then came back down and it started to range. Now a lot of times you'll actually get a second VWAP band out of this, and as you can see, if I move a little further in, sure enough, we went right up to the second band. So realistically, how I would trade this, I probably would not hold for that second band. I would probably I would set a stop loss below VWAP, something along the lines of this, so that if and when it did come back down below VWAP, I would have all this profit would be protected. But I'd still be watching for another chance at the upper band. And sure enough, we ranged here, came down to the next lower band, ranged, came back up into it, and then we got another little signal. Again, a really large volume spike on a bottom reversal pattern. Let's look at this on the 2-minute. Yeah, so 2-minute chart shows a nice hammer. Got a big red candle coming down on excessive volume, and then a reversal pin or a hammer with a ton of volume there. So you can see price came down and it just immediately got bought back up. This is kind of a mirror of what happened on the first mountain pass over here. You can see there was a great big reversal candle at support, and then we got a double bottom mountain pass type of situation. And again, that's what we got here. So there it is again. There's the little mountain pass signal. You got one lower, one hill higher. And again, at this point, I would be targeting the second upper band of VWAP. And I would look for a retest of this level here. And you can see we got it right there and right there. So where I would enter this trade would probably be, let's say, right around this candle. And kind of on that blue candle. We got a little bit of a volume boost here, above average volume on this red candle. I'm sorry, on this red handle. So that would be my stop loss, and that would be my trade entry. My targets would be VWAP and the first band beyond. I would probably set my second or trail my stop here. So once we got to VWAP, I would probably set a stop loss below that tail of the candle that touched it, and then expect a retest. And that's what we got a retest, so my stop loss would have held in that situation. Again, heading up to the first upper band above VWAP, and you can see price hit that perfectly, and that would be my signal to get out. I have these two targets marked from before. I'm just going to show you how that played out. Let's see if we can get that to go. Let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, and you can see we hit VWAP upper band, and we got another double top. In this case, let's just make that smaller. Okay, in this case, we got a little, what you would call a tweezer top right here. And then we got this sort of, stopping pattern right here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so there's kind of a ending pattern right at resistance. Another retest of it. And if you look really closely, I would be looking for this wick to be higher than this second double top, which it just barely is. So that would be kind of a confirmation of another mountain pass. This time, an upper mountain pass. And again, you can see it hit support and it broke down, tested VWAP, and then it headed back down. So this is usually a counter trend type of trade when started from the bottom at support. So that means Bitcoin is coming down. It's in a downtrend. This is a counter trend reversal up to the first upper band of VWAP. So this is kind of a mean reversion type of trade. And then you can see it broke down again. So if you were to enter this trade here at the top and go short, you would kind of be joining back up into the downtrend. So that would give you a pretty strong move. And you can see that moved really fast and clean coming down. Okay, so that's how I would trade the Mountain Pass for crypto, Bitcoin, Phantom, coins like that, etc. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me, and I will put together a tradebook style page for this and post this as well. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much. If you got anything out of this video, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one.